get to the grade 8, you fish Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you're fishing 5 days total. And if the weather is cold and dreary like it is today, that's an extremely long 5 days.
Yeah, and we could see it this morning. I mean, you can see the anxiousness in these anglers, so it takes quite a toll on you. I mean,
now if a team like this right here, like Van Aert and Nebo or Stevie Free, if they hook up, to me it's going to be interesting to see how their strategy is, their teamwork and everything like that, both being accomplished in existing head-to-head anglers. The other teams that have already caught fish that are new to head-to-head, high energy, just running around kind of chaotic, still trying to figure out how to put the fish to scale. These anglers here, especially like Mitch, who is, I mean, just look at the demeanor of these two compared to some of the other teams already. We're cool, we're calm, we're collected, we're just out.
Developed from the latest technology, Blackfish Technical Apparel outperforms, so anglers have gear that they can trust in, no matter the conditions.
Quinn here from Sportamotive in Appleton. Boating season's just around the corner, and now is a great time to order your new Mercury outboard powered tracker or nitro fishing boat, Tahoe pleasure boat, or Regency or Sun Tracker pontoon. Visit Sportamotive today to get your summer adventures started now. Whether it's fishing for the big one or a family day on the lake. For over 35 years, we have offered the finest products you can buy, with a level of commitment to service beyond what you've come to expect. We're Sportamotive in Appleton, your authorized Mercury outboard and tractor boat dealer.
$213.
Cool.
There you go. First scoreable.
Okay. Number one. Cool. Bud. It's the right species.
chat's getting a little fired up now. I see somebody. They caught on to our little Millerheim.
Yep.
I feel like, I mean, if we, the fish we're going to get here, they're going to be keepers. We're not going to get as many as we would.
It's cool conditions, but right now the fishing's hot.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
So far. Okay, let's get another one. Let's keep racking
Just
the
the
weight
experience
up.
of being in the studio
You hit way out.
with a veteran like yourself, man.
I think you would buy that
back,
car.
Just how we see some of the veteran anglers taking a different approach. I can see your style.
I mean, he hit.
I'm taking notes. That's all I'm saying.
It must have been one of them damn walleye.
So here we're going to look at our first look, at Kevin Worth and his partner. I believe it's Paul Driscoll.
All right, something great. Mess with it again.
I got so many notes here. It's hard to keep track of everything. I'm like over-prepared, if that's a thing.
You are, but I love it. I mean, just, seeing some of these kind of little personal tidbits about these anglers makes it pretty fun.
Right? There he hit it again. That's got to be one of them little walleye.
Now, Kevin is from Kentucky, and this is one of those teams that I talked about before. They met Saturday for the very first time. They both known each other in the past from fishing events, other events out there. I had talked to Kevin and his travel partner, I believe was Jay, and
I ain't had one hit it for that many times.
Kevin's like,
First time I
I'll tell you about my partner when I meet him for the first time.
Without committing.
Yeah.
Nah, that's nothing. Weeds.
You got fish?
Or is it?
I think so. Unless it's a weed, can't tell. No, it's a fish.
Thought he was snagged. Ends up being a fish.
Largemouth. Oh, I missed him.
Uh-oh.
Oh, missed it with the net.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. We haven't seen one of those yet today.
Oh, I was wondering if those were going to play.
Where was he at?
Obviously, after reading Daryl's blog, you know,
Travis,
they're in
I
there.
need to-
You can catch them this time of year, too.
Here, let me hold it.
You got him?
Yeah, I got him.
All right. Wait.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. All right.
Looks like another tube on the bottom of that boat, Matt.
Ready?
Yep.
3-1.
3-1. Okay.
It's a good largie.
All right. We can get rid of them.
Always
Nice
try
one.
it easy, man.
All right. Laying them in the lake.
Nice release.
He was in the weeds. Rip. And he just.
Maybe I'll get the other one out.
I gotta get my phone.
No, I'm saying maybe I ought to get the other one
Oh,
out.
I don't know. I mean, it was.
Yeah, reading some of these notes, it
3-1.
looks like a lot of anglers have fallen out of their boats at one time or another here.
Oh. Alex or Jay and them got a 3-7.
Holy crud.
Record new catch.
So remember, as you're getting a
pounds.
look at some of these anglers today, half
1
the field
ounce,
gets a
right?
camera today,
Good there?
the other half gets the
Yeah.
camera tomorrow.
All right.
And again, you can go to Fix TV and click on. So if you're a fan of these anglers right here that are just caught a fish,
1, 2,
you can be on your
3,
camera all day long. Have
Ellie's
it in the
got 6
background while you're at work. We know you're not getting a whole lot of work done
Must be
today.
getting into 'em. It's only like 6 or 7 fish caught so far.
That's quite a few for right now. I would think as hard as it is.
You didn't catch that net job on camera, did you?
I believe so.
What?
I asked him if he caught that net job on camera.
Well, you know, clear water. I was like, I thought he was right there top, and I was just like, oh my gosh.
That's funny. There's no hiding.
I
ain't
used-
really-
hey, we never netted fish. We had the hand land them.
That's right. We did. Well, even all week we didn't.
See right there.
Even
that's-
all week we didn't use it.
Mhm.
You heard him mention, I mean, that fish came right after he popped it out of the weeds. So he must have found some
bigger than I
green
thought
weeds
he
yet
was.
this year.
Yeah.
Maybe a small
Very
growth of
good.
weeds.
Yeah.
Popped it through there, and that fish was holding just on the edge of those weeds.
No doubt. Looks like they're tucked in kind of a little bay there.
Couldn't tell at first because I was like in that thick grass and I ripped it.
Yeah.
You know.
There's more there somewhere. He wasn't by himself.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to follow these guys today and see what they're doing. It's a little bit different tactic than the crib fishermen we've seen with some of the other teams.
I'm surprised at how many anglers are fishing a tube with a bait caster
right
setup.
there.
Does that surprise you at all?
Makes it easier.
When
know,
I
a
think
tr-
a tube, when I fish a tube, it's a spinning reel, rod and reel setup.
Yeah, I mean traditionally that's how I fish it, but there's no manual for it. I mean you can use whatever you feel comfortable with. A lot of people, some of these guys might not even own spinning gear or not very much of it anyways.
Well, head-to-head
for, like, drop
competitor in
shotting.
the past, Trey Harpo, he kind of mentioned that. He goes, I don't own a spinning rod and reel.
Yep.
He came up here to fish, a couple years back, and he said, I had to buy a spinning rod and reel to come up here and fish smallies. It's like you said, Lance, some
Spent a lot
guys
of time fishing down in the gunnel before.
just prefer the feel of the baitcaster. I can tell you, I like fishing my baitcaster setups a lot more than my spinning setup. But one thing that like Mitch Van Erch said is this such a light bite. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like those lighter bites are, they go to your hand a lot easier in a spinning setup, or, again, it just depends on the quality of the rod, the reel,
Exactly.
the line.
Yep. That's what I was going to say. I think you get more of that feel from
didn't get no
the quality
secret
of your
lure.
setup for sure.
Where's the sacred lure?
I don't know if they're doing it for this. They don't do it the first 2 days.
Oh, they don't?
Yeah, I don't know if they're doing it for this or not, but the last one they didn't do it for the first 2 days.
So I saw a little secret lure thing on the weigh-in thing. I'm like, I didn't get no secret lure.
They don't do it the first 2
No, but for me,
Okay.
I'm with you,
Okay.
Matt. Like
All right.
I think I started fishing more on spinning gear, so I'm just a little bit more used to it, especially with some of those certain tactics.
Well, finesse. Finesse is typically more
Yep.
is done more with a spinning rod and reel, but I think with the advancements in rods, the rod blank, the spinning or the bait casting reels, I mean, there's a lot more anglers that just don't. They're gonna fish a bait caster because they can. Pretty much every other bass
behind the boat?
presentation is fish with a bait caster.
Yeah.
It's probably like another 20 yards.
Okay.
There's a lot of advantages to it too, especially when you look at some of these anglers that have 20 rods on the deck.
Yeah.
You can fit a lot more bait casters on the deck, in your boat, all that stuff. So
Look at the difference in the camera backgrounds between the last team. That was what Driscoll and Worth to this team here between Van Aert and Nabel. I mean, it's a lot more windy. So you kind of mentioned it, Lance. They're in more of a secluded area. Can't imagine there's a whole lot of other bass fishermen out on Lake Geneva right now. So that probably was another.
Fish.
Oh, here we go.
Feels like a walleye.
Walleye?
I don't know, bud. Now it's fighting like a bass.
You're right over that.
Little. Might go too. Oh yeah. Get him in there.
Another fish in the
Sweet.
net.
I think that's close, buddy. You think so? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That might not.
What does the chat think,
that's a
Lance? Have they
one-hand
got any
job.
That's
guesses
a
on
fat
what the
fish,
weight of
though.
that fish is?
I don't know. Hopefully they start firing
I
some
don't know. They'll
guesses. in
surprise
there.
you though.
I
Chub.
don't. That one is borderline.
Yeah, I was right
This
next
is
to
the
that
advantages
crib.
of armchair angling. You can make a mistake when you guess. I'm gonna say that's 2-2.
Zeros.
All right.
That's got to be close, man.
These fish have chunks. They got bellies.
They do. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
2.6? 2.7.
See?
2.7. Yeah.
Deceiving. And again, if you're following along at H2HFishing.com, you can see where all the weights are. Some of the other teams have caught fish too. It looks like all but 2 teams.
So what we're kind of doing is we're focusing on the sand, but there's cribs mixed in, and those fish are, since the water's so cold, those fish are just hanging on those cribs because it's a little warmer, I think. And it's structure. There's really no structure out here besides rock and sand, and there's tons of cribs. And it seems like there's a bunch of fish on them, but getting them to bite is the issue. So pretty happy with the start so far. So hopefully we can keep catching them down this stretch. I caught them 200, 300 yards further down the stretch. So
Another 5 yards and I'll be good.
hopefully we can generate a couple more bites here. The wind's kind of, it's supposed to die down, so we're gonna try to take advantage of this little wind we have. The wind seems to be key, for me at least in practice, blowing all the minnows up on the brake lines. But again, I haven't really fished today with calm conditions. It's been windy for the last 10 days, so.
Ain't that the truth?
Get it?
Right over top the damn thing.
I'm ready
there
for it to be done.
Nope.
Need be, just break it and
What is going on here?
So the best of both worlds for Van Aert and Stevie Free.
Really didn't want to be tying leaves
Sand.
today.
Warm water in the sand typically. A little difference in structure.
Developed from the latest technology, Blackfish technical apparel outperforms, so anglers have gear that they can trust in, no matter the conditions.
Quinn here from Sportamotive in Appleton. Boating season's just around the corner, and now is a great time to order your new Mercury outboard powered tracker or nitro fishing boat, Tahoe pleasure boat, or Regency or Sun Tracker pontoon. Visit Sportamotive today to get your summer adventures started now. Whether it's fishing for the big one or a family day on the lake. For over 35 years, we have offered the finest products you can buy, with a level of commitment to service beyond what you've come to expect. We're Sportamotive in Appleton, your authorized Mercury outboard and tractor boat dealer.
At the conditions we're fishing now with these two anglers, and I'm like, man, it's just what a
Behind us,
difference
yeah.
in a couple of years. We were on the bank a lot during that last event.
I am going to throw that
Flip
jerkbait
in.
again one more time up there, so just let you know.
Yeah, I'll get the net ready for a walleye.
So I'm going to come on your right side after this cast and make a cast or two up there. It looks like there's some shallower cribs. Yesterday I did have some action on the jerkbait around some cribs, but a lot of small fish for some reason. But the smallmouth seem to be more active than the largemouth right now, so hopefully we can get a few active ones hanging on those shallower cribs.
So Mitch Van Aert went into the jerkbait now, and that's
water
again
warms up
something
a
he
little,
fished
1 or 2 degrees
way
this
back
week, it could get
in
real-
2019 as
real
well, when
good,
we were
but
on the
at this point,
Kachi
I
and
don't
I can't remember all the other lakes, but yeah, this is jerkbaiting was a big process, and he said he's catching smallies on it, but they're not 2 pounds.
And just to note, like, I wouldn't call that a slow jerk bait presentation. It's not overly quick, but I mean, that bait's moving pretty good. Like some of the other teams, we saw that real lethargic drag. These guys are moving their baits, so they're on something a little different. Fishing the cribs in the sand, so it'll be interesting to see what tactic really plays off here.
You're picking off those more aggressive fish with that jerkbait. Plus, I mean, it's the cadence. It could be a pause, you know, sweep, then a big time pause. Just let that minnow style bait just sink right there, float right at that depth where those fish are at. Sometimes they'll come right up to it. They got to look at it. You got to almost like let them think about it and think about it for a long time.
Yeah, and that's where a high quality jerkbait really shines. If that you can get that bait to kind of sit with that right angle in the water at the pause, I mean, that just drives fish nuts.
All right, so Van Aert and Stevie Free catching another
Wind is starting to
scoreable.
lay down, you can tell.
Let's continue on through some of the other anglers today.
It's Millerheim again, I see.
Next time, can you say that with a little more energy?
We need Aaron to announce that.
Yeah. Can we get it?
He would be perfect at it. I mean,
it's Millerheim.
How many commercials has he redone for us? Just passing through the office.
He's many different voices. I just hear the ones in my head. I know I have notes on these two guys. Where the heck did I do with them? This is one of those teams again. If they're fishing two, oh, here we go. Both anglers fishing bait casters.
Oh, that's a toad.
It's a toad, he says.
Dude.
Okay, right. Hook in the mouth. Hook's out. Wasn't even hooked. Got it? Okay.
That's a football, Matt. Look at that.
Okay.
I'm going to venture to say that's our first 5-pounder of the
You think that one's going to go 5, huh?
Oh, that's a tank.
I hope so.
Zeroed?
It's probably only 4 or something, but
Big, deep body of water. I mean, there's got to be some monsters that come out of the Lake Geneva.
4 pounds, 14, 4 pounds,
You were close.
15 ounces, 14. 414.
oh my gosh.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's real good.
That'll do.
Got it.
Way to go, Frank. Okay.
Look at that. Yep, that should get you excited.
So this is Bill talking about Frank Miller. He says, I asked him, I said, tell me about your partner and why you chose him for this event. And Bill responded back, he's like, he wanted to learn. So I am teaching him. I have been at this since 1997. Remember, this is Bill talking about Frank Miller.
4
And that
pounds,
fish, Sturgeon
14
Bay
ounces.
Open, northern land bass, big bucks bass, WAPTA, UMBC, MBAA, and Angler's Choice for over
I submit the catch.
15 years. He said he's known Frank Miller for 15 plus years. So this is their first time, I believe, fishing an event together. Oh, I'm sorry, no, he says we have teamed up in the last 2 years, taking a team of the year in the Angler's Choice as well. So this is a very accomplished team.
Oh, yeah. They've had some success for sure.
So we've had a lot of fish catches today already.
Yes, we have.
And we're not even an hour, we're barely over 45 minutes into the event today.
It's been, yeah.
And from what we've seen, we have yet to see a fish not be a scoreable fish.
That's, yep.
Van Aert and Stevie Free had a fish they thought was short, but it ended up being 2.7. So that means from the appearance to what these fish are actually weighing, they're weighing heavier than what they're looking like.
Which is always a great sign for head-to-head.
It's a great sign ever. Always.
Yes, yes.
That's what I do, Lance. I point out the obvious. But I'm just saying, you know, that makes things a lot more interesting because
It was
even
there.
a fish that you
You know what I'm
believe
saying?
is
I didn't
short,
even feel a peck. It just felt weight.
you better throw it to the scale.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because as these anglers get comfortable and they start recognizing, oh, hooked up
There you go
again,
again.
Frank Miller.
They might not they might not have time to get comfortable, Matt, the way they're catching them. And they're a lot of focus.
Frank Miller just caught a 414. What is this? Now choosing not to go to the net. Billy's just going.
Yeah.
He's going fisticuffs with this smallie.
And
Got it.
He had time to put his glove off while he was hanging over the, or he put his glove on while he was hanging off over the board.
Okay, so I'm looking at that fish. I'm thinking 310.
I don't know if that one goes 3. I'm gonna go just under 215.
Okay, I hope we're
Scales
proving my
zeroed.
point here that these fish are
Hold
way
on.
bigger than what they look.
No.
You said 215?
Okay.
Did I say that? I meant 3-4.
What did the chat say? They heard you say 215.
Oh, did they?
4 pounds, 1 ounce.
4 pounds, 1 ounce. I totally misjudged that one.
4 pounds. We'll go with 4.
Back-to-back 4-younders.
We okay?
Wow, they are on a great
pounds.
little school of fish here with some big fish. And look at the strategy changed, right? Now the other guy has his rod in hand. He's casting out to that same spot.
Yep.
They're trying to take advantage of this bite window, take advantage of that school.
Just got word that the quad box channels are now live.
What?
So there's single team camera angles, and now there's quad box camera angles all on fixed TV. So again, go to H2HFishing.com. Check that all out.
The only way to take advantage of the quad box is to be a member on fixed TV.
Yep. And you got a 25% code today. It's fixed launch, right?
Fixed launch.
Not lunch.
Not lunch, which 25% off, $5.99, puts it at about $4.49 per month. Matt, what can you get for $4.49 per month these days?
It says edit last cast.
I don't know, nothing really.
A gallon and a half of gas.
New fish.
Enough to fill up your lawnmower?
I guess.
More once?
I guess.
Why did it say edit?
So here's the thing too, anglers getting used to the Waylive app. I mean, entering it in, again, everything gets straightened out right away. It's not an issue, but it's just hit the button wrong, you know, and then enter it, so on and so forth. But it seems like Frank Miller's got a handle on it.
4 pounds.
Now I want to go back to what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is like
Or did
how
it
these
not
fish
register
are
yet?
weighing heavier than what they look is because so often,
catch.
once these anglers get comfortable
won't
into
submit
the
it.
event, they start eyeballing these fish.
Oh, yep.
And you're like, I don't think it'll go 2.
3 bars.
We heard Van Aert and Stevie Free do that, right? I don't think it'll go 2. They put it to the scale. It's 7
Yeah, we can
ounces
try that, yep.
over 2 pounds. So anytime
Okay,
you get a
goes right,
fish that's
okay.
questionable, sometimes they chose
new
to
fish,
let that fish
okay.
go.
4 pounds.
This is showing me that no matter how big it is, you better put it to the scale.
Yeah, I mean,
Submit.
I couldn't imagine being in an event like this with everything going on, the Waylive going off, knowing how your competitors are doing, catching fish pretty consistently. I mean, it'd be like buying a lottery ticket, and I thought I remembered the numbers. That one's a loser. No, you're going to want to check again. You're going to want to make sure that you're
Plus
not
it's
making
a
a mistake.
5-hour format.
Oh, yeah.
You only have 5 hours.
And
you don't have 8 hours. There's no time to take a break and chill. Like, you got to keep grinding.
Wet sock.
Grapple carp.
Uh-oh. Leave it up to some bass guys to start talking about walleyes. I think that's what they're talking about. Now,
a few nicknames being thrown out there.
Just the way those two.
This team right here is the perfect team. The way they're talking right now, they should be a part of that Sturgeon Bay event where it's the what are we calling that one again?
Dealer's Choice.
Dealer's Choice.
Yep.
That's a bass walleye combo event. I'll give you a
It
fin
felt like I
fact.
just had like my swim bait gunked up.
Yeah, he's
So I just leaned
talking
on
about
it a
his
little
swim bait. So, yep, you were right before Matt, that old paddle tail.
Andy, do you hear? I might have a fin fact.
Water's so clear.
There it is. The fin fact. It's a walleye as we're talking about walleyes. But the fin fact is Mitch Van Aert is actually signed up for the Dealer's Choice.
Oh, he is.
Yep.
That is awesome. Oh, here's a fish.
Real one?
Stevie Free.
Coming in.
Left side.
Oh, sorry.
So this is Steve's first fish
Bass.
potentially. Mitch Van Aert's been catching all the fish.
Take your time. Nice job.
And a net.
Felt
2-pounder him to death.
Felt exactly like the last bite did.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, those spongy bites are bass today. I'm telling you. That's cool. Nice job.
H2H in the mouth.
Don't show me. Show the camera.
Those stickers are available on the Real Shot yet,
Hard to
aren't they?
not get them in the
I
mouth.
think we got some left, yeah.
Be 2 pounds.
That's a 2-pounder.
Zeros.
All right, now I'm gonna say that's a 115.
The boat feels pretty confident. It's over 2.
Oh yeah.
Dang it.
2-2. 2-3. 2-2.
I'm kind of dialed though.
Yeah, you weren't far off.
They're glad it worked out over 2 pounds instead of 115.
For sure.
Yeah, it's like barely a 14-inch fish, and they're 2 pounds. They're fat.
Well, it's been spending the last 3 weeks eating. Can't do anything else.
Right.
Sitting on one crib, just eating minnows.
Yeah, really. 2 pounds.
Well,
2
you know what?
ounces.
That's good because I didn't see either of these two guys catch anything. So.
No.
Oh.
Oh, hey guys. Thanks for supporting the Jake Jacobs Show. And by the way, if you want to see the full episodes, go to jakejacobshow.com. That's jakejacobshow.com.
The Real Shot. Sounds like we've got what you need.
So we're looking at Matt Bionich and Nick Smyers. Matt's throwing a jerkbait.
Don't make me get my trap out.
Do it.
The Mega Bass Hazdong Shad. That'll have some eyes on it.
That's it?
Yep.
So where are you from?
Anchovy Shad.
Okay. Oh, all right. Got one.
Here we go.
Hooked up.
Again.
Feels all right.
Looks like Nick is hooked up.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That was a disaster.
Yeah, but I'm good. I'm good.
In by, he was in further. He's a good one too. Come on, stay on there, baby.
Okay, in the bottom of the boat.
We'll make it two.
All right, you keep fishing, Nick. I got it.
Good teamwork.
There we go.
Oh, he's two.
Matt Bionich works for Acme.
Good boss.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Did you waypoint that or no? Zeros? $2.10.
He looked bigger in the water.
$2.10. Nope. $2.10. Nope.
No.
It wants to go 210. Keeps flickering 2.9, 210. Do I have to hit something to hold? Jeez.
We'll give you 210, huh? I was worried you were saying it wasn't two. I'm like,
Do I gotta hit something to hold it or no?
So as Matt's weighing this fish, it's 210. I mean, that's what I would be going with. We reached out to all these anglers, and we had a angler profile, angler bio.
Okay, I got it now.
I like Matt in 2020.
I want to keep fishing.
There you go.
I like Matt Bionich even more in 2022. Favorite movie? Point Break.
Hey.
Oh, Keanu, man.
My man.
It's class.
Classic.
Good bust.
Cover some water. And
Again,
catch a
where's
bunch of
Aaron?
2.5 pounds.
That is funny. Point Break.
Point Break, dude. I just watched that movie the other week.
I just watched the Keanu movie the other day too. They had the replacements on.
I'm
at home,
from
one of my favorite
Franceville,
football
which
movies.
is just west of Racine.
Speaking of watching
about
things,
15 minutes from here.
if you guys are signed up for that Fixed TV app, I got word that we got
He's
all
got
of the
another
angler
one.
feeds.
I'm Neck Boy. Let's go.
Nick's hooked up again.
That.
I got to thank Katie for reaching out and getting these personal information.
Oh, yeah.
So we're supposed to ask Joe Pollock if Nick has a nickname.
It hit the prop.
Another scoreable.
Regretting hitting spot lock now.
It's going to be close. It's going to be really close. Zeros? Oh, come on now.
See, that's another one of those fish just looking at it. I would say it's a 114,
Was
115.
the net debacle, was that good?
Oh, no, it was
Cameron?
fun. It was fun. Look at that. Wait.
2 even.
Oh, I moved it in Reway. It was 2, Nick, and then I moved it, hit it, and it went off 2.
You were trying to sneak
Jeez
another ounce
Louise.
out of it?
Zeros.
With how these guys are catching them, you might just want to
fish
watch
was
their dedicated feed right now. You can watch all the action.
Well, how do you pick one? Everybody's catching fish.
That's true.
Oh, easy now.
Again, that fixed launch code, 25% off. Take advantage of that.
Nope.
Nope.
114.
Did you say 115?
I said 114, 115.
You are dialed today, Matt.
She ain't gonna go.
Dialed that guessing weights. If I was out there, I probably wouldn't be catching a darn fish.
I expect that to happen a few times
lie.
today.
Yeah.
So Nick's home lake
Okay.
is
Now I gotta
Delavan,
find.
which was in the events for 2020.
You hit that. That must be for dinks. I hit that one.
You know, if you couldn't decide which angler feed you wanted to watch,
right.
you could always do one of the quad boxes too.
That's right.
So you can see
So now
all the
this
action.
tactic that we're seeing these two anglers fish with that finesse, it's feeding right into Nick's favorite tactic. He says frog if they're eating it, but usually finesse stuff.
Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And that, again, favorite technique for Matt Bionich is drop shot, and he also likes flipping.
Okay.
What do you say? Go back down to that flagpole, and then we'll keep working our.
Yeah.
We'll go back down the drift.
Yeah. Well, I think you want to finish it.
Oh,
You want to go all the way down to the corner.
I just hate to run from
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, not
2 bites like that, you know. But I mean,
No,
it
no,
might
no,
just
no,
be
no.
getting
Stay.
more and more as
I
we.
thought. Where was it? Up there?
I'd say probably about that flagpole. You know, I was just saying we'll go down halfway of that buoy, and then we'll restart again. Just because 2 bites pretty quick like that.
Oh no, I agree. 100%. I've never cast it in, but literally before you, I'm thinking the whole time. I'm like, man, they could be way up there, and the way she was cranking.
Well, I just saw
cranking
those weeds on the active target, and I'm like, should probably throw up there.
Right.
Again, see, we've talked about the isolated rock piles, cribs.
Looks like there's a crib.
Now
right?
these guys are focusing on
We just
the
went over
isolated
it.
weeds. So it's really just
Probably like
finding that piece of structure
Wow.
that's going to be holding that fish. This time of year in that 44-degree water temperature is going to be key. Put a pattern together and go to work.
All right, so this team has added some weight to the weigh live. Again, you can follow along at H2H Fishing. Let's get a look at camera 7. That's Ken Zahn. And Jim. Oh man, we just heard his Rura.
Rura, yep.
These two anglers are looking for their first scoreable head-to-head fish of the day.
Could just be the angle we get to see them at, but they're a little bit closer to shore than some of the other teams.
Yeah, not as nearly as much chop on the water.
You can tell that to the fish.
Jim is from Maryville, Tennessee. Oh, his birthday is one day after mine, but many years before mine. Hobbies other than fishing, golfing, home lake, Watts Bar. Favorite body of water, Tennessee River. Favorite technique, fishing a spinnerbait.
Okay.
This is spinnerbait type of weather.
Yeah, you could definitely be rolling a spinnerbait right now, especially past some of those cribs. It's not a bad tactic.
The one thing that I've heard a lot of anglers talking about, especially in clear water like this, is the profile of a spinnerbait. If it's too big, a lot of them will go to a swim bait with an underspin.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And kind of with that same token, I'm surprised we haven't seen the A-rig yet.
That's one we thought would play.
You know, we heard Mitch Van Ertz talk about the number of bait fish that are around these cribs, around these sand areas. Entice them, throw the A-rig potentially. Now remember, for Wisconsin, it's a number of lines, so you can only have 3 baits on there.
Only have 3. And the A-rig in this body of water, I mean, those fish can see that from a ways to kind of get them, pique their interest. And then if your partner's throwing something maybe a little bit more subtle behind it, it might not be a bad tactic to try and fire up some of these fish.
So you got Jim from Tennessee, Ken's from Manhattan, Illinois. He's married with 2 stepsons. Favorite music is country. Favorite movie, Full Metal Jacket. That's a BA movie. Dude. That's an awesome movie. He also likes 2.5 Men. Men. Hobbies other than fishing, bowling and Texas Hold'em. Oof.
I think I could hang out with Ken. I could hang out with Ken.
Favorite body of water is Gunnersville. Favorite technique, frog fishing. Well, Doug Becker wishes this was a good frog and bite. I don't think we're going to see it, though. Biggest fish, a 7.4 largie.
Where do you think that one came out of? Gunnersville, maybe?
I don't know.
It's got to be. If you have your biggest fish and your favorite body of water, those two kind of have to go.
Yeah.
There's a good chance that they coincide, I should say.
I dream a lot about a 7.4. Well, then you got Jim, 8-pound largie. I mean, get out of here with these big ones.
Yep. Looks like both of them going with the jerkbait right now.
See, now that's something too, is we saw a lot of this during the pier event, is anglers fishing the same bait, right? You and I fishing this event, do you think the strategy would be better if we're fishing different things?
I guess, well, like you said, if you haven't had a lot of practice time on the water, how are you going to know?
Right.
You know? I would think if any team is really dialed in and confident on something, they're going to be throwing the same thing.
Same thing, right.
I would think. But.
Especially because you're guaranteed 2 days of fishing, right? You want to catch as much weight as you can day 1, so you're going into day 2 feeling confident, sitting up pretty high on the Waylive leaderboard, but say it's, and I can't tell who's who from the back of this camera angle, but so let's say that's Ken in the front of the boat, and Jim could be following him up, maybe finesse style. Fish comes up to that jerkbait, doesn't want to commit. Now all of a sudden there's a swim bait or a tube or something behind it.
Yep.
But I guess with that too, you're covering different depths of the water too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just like the armchair angle.
That's all you can do at some point here. It's been an exciting morning, Matt.
Dude, it is extremely exciting.
Lake Geneva is not disappointing.
Well, like we talked about before, the weather is cold, but the fishing's been hot, and that means we have some amazing top-of-the-hour highlights. So whenever you're ready, roll that beautiful highlight footage. And top-of-the-hour highlights brought to you by The Real Shot. Freeze showing off a nice smallie. Violet says, watch out.
Fish.
Slow-mo replay.
Oh yeah, get him in there. Sweet.
lot of fish catches today, a lot of different tactics too.
We've just seen one under today, right? One under 2 pounds. And a nice walleye.
Yeah, that was the first fish of the day.
Today, people, $8 a gallon for gas.
Let's say 10%, and we caught 10 million. 100 million pills could have likely have gotten through into our communities.
We decided that we rent a car so we can at least provide the transport for refugees.
How is it you're able to keep your attitude so positive in the midst of this war?
I think all of our lives changed on February 24th.
That must just move your heart.
Hey, it's Matt Trotz here with The Guided Life. We just met up with one of the guys from the crew, and he's like, they're on a hot track, so it's put her 4 high and get on these back roads and scream. Every year that I've been a part of that and I go to that class, I always learn something. So these guys are gonna join me, and the reason I asked these 2 guys in here is because we got Travis, who does a lot of public land hunting, and then Judd and I are private land, owners and hunters for the most part as well. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Again, Millerheim, baby.
It was Millerheim.
And it's been a fast and furious event here for day 1 of the Southeast Smackdown part.
Dude.
And again, you can follow along at H2Hfishing.com to see where all the weights are at. And there's a lot of good weight on the board today, Lance. And so far, the tactics we've been seeing, we've seen a lot of finesse, a lot of tubes, right?
Yep.
The Van Aert and Stevie Free team, they're throwing a swim bait of some kind. We're trying to figure out what 4-eyed swim bait is out on the market, but it's not one that we can find right now. But again, we've been searching at realshot.com. So finesse, but we're seeing a lot more anglers as we've been transferring through the cameras. A lot more of them are starting to throw the jerkbait.
Yeah, that's true. Trying to get that reaction, switch it up. It sounds like they're all locating fish, like we heard from Mitch and Stevie Free. They just got to get them to bite. So throwing something different at them might cause a reaction, might cause just a little something different that's going to get those fish to commit.
But it's been, it's been an awesome day here right away. Again, thanks to the Real Shot for bringing you this great coverage. Now, one thing too we can talk about is we've been monitoring the chat. Thanks for everybody that has subscribed. But as the day has progressed so far, we're just barely 15 minutes over the, the event starting. The fixed platform has been launching a lot of the different views. So if you're a big fan and you want to watch the Stevie Free Van Aert team, you can go over to that fixed platform as a member. Now you got to subscribe in order to do that, but you can watch their camera primarily. And there's 11 different cameras on that fixed platform as well, meaning the individual team platforms. There's the quad screen box, plus you get this with the ads or not the ads and everything like that. Remember, Lance and I are in here if you're on the subscribe mode and you're getting unlimited free coverage of the Southeast Smackdown all week today, plus all the other great stuff that's on the fixed platform.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of exciting things coming from. It gives us a lot of flexibility to kind of put the content we want out there. A lot of flexibility. Yeah. But anyways, take advantage of that code today. I mean, that's savings. So right, fixed launch is going to get you 25% off. $449 a month. It's a great deal. I mean, what else are you going to get for that amount of money, Matt?
You said barely a gallon and a half of gas. But hey, speaking of flexing, some anglers have been flexing on the Way Live leaderboard. So let's bring that up and let's check out where we're at with some of the weights. Now remember, everything is unofficial today, but you can kind of get a good look here as it drops down. Millerheim unofficially at 15 pounds, 3 ounces. Joe Pollock and his partner Chip Goy coming in unofficially at second, 11.8. There's the Van Aert and Nabel team, 9.9 unofficially. Here's Jay Fedor and I believe that's Zach Driscoll. That's Paul and Zach are father-son, not fishing together though. I think that's kind of funny. Tyler Zimmerman, his partner, Max, I believe, John DeMay. Look at this. Now they're jumping up the board with his partner Travis, 4.7 unofficially in 6th. Then we got Doug Becker and Chris Grohl. They're at 3.9 unofficially in 7th. Kevin Worth, and that's now the Paul Driscoll team. That's unofficially at 8. So if today was cut day, which we have a lot of fishing yet to bring you, you can kind of see where that cut line's sitting. And then you got the father-son team, 214 of the Rifes, and then Mike Gable and Alex Barber are unofficially at 10th. So, but there's a lot of fish being caught today, and that's some pretty big weights as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's exciting. I think unofficially 13 of the 16 teams have caught a fish this morning. We looked at the leaderboard. I will bet you lunch that that leaderboard does not look the same at the end of the day. I mean, with the resume of these guys out here, who knows? Like, it could just, somebody could, you know, come across the school and catch fire, and you could see that weight loss shoot up. You can see those weights skyrocket, I think.
That's a pretty safe bet there with lunch. I mean, seriously.
Well,
way to throw it out there. And
well, I mean, we have an air fryer. We've been following you on social media. We know that even if you do lose this bet, that you can produce something right here in house. You don't have to
cook a steak in that air fryer. I guarantee you that. But
air
there's still
air
plenty.
fryer steak. If anybody wants a recipe, head over to the Guided Life.
There was
page.
supposed to be a joke if you're reading on that on the Guided Life page. But there's still tons and tons of great fishing yet to come. Let's go back out to the water. I believe we're going to jump in the boat back with Nick Smyers and Matt Bionich. So let's go back out there and continue to watch some awesome head-to-head fishing.
The bottom got a little lighter here.
I think we got some company now, Matt, huh?
Yeah, well, earlier we were talking, the lake's going to fish a little smaller.
Don't worry about me, Matt, because I'll be so slow retrieving.
Okay.
See, the cool thing is before we went to the highlights, is these anglers were still kind of getting to meet each other in the boat. Where are you from? What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
We're just going to go back up and make our same pass.
With the live sonar too now, I mean, you could always see anglers fishing in spots, but now you can see.
Oh. Dude, I feel them.
Are they fishing that bent rod pattern?
That could be what that is. But I was going to say, but now you can actually see, like, are they there for a reason? You can see the fish that they're looking at.
Jump. Now I'm worried about my bait being in the way.
Yeah, right. Oh, he's getting bigger as he gets to the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make sure I don't need to open. Oh, I need to open my bail. I felt fish.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bigger fish. This rod, though, I can't tell. It's so soft. You know what I mean?
He might have got out of it.
Yep. Just.
We're on the pounding.
Oh, no, he goes too.
Yeah, that's super fans on here. Dylan Williams, what's your guess, Dylan? 2-1. Dylan, your largie you're the biggest fish is a 14-1. A largie.
That one looks like it'll go too.
Oh yeah, he's got a good old springtime belly on him.
Hopefully we can 2-pounder him to death.
Yep.
What's the name of the game?
What are you doing here? Off, on. There we go. 0.
Dylan says 110. What's the rest of the chat think?
Zeros? Bummer
Does
that
have a fat belly on it.
Bummer that boat rolled in here, but what can you do? Easy, easy, easy. Two, 3. Oh, wait. I thought it locked. What the heck? 2-2. 2-2.
2-2.
2-2, Nick.
All right, good job,
he
man.
was 2-3. He's being a little rascal. Okay.
Right before they caught that, you can kind of hear him talking about setting up to make another drift, and good thing they stayed, I guess, huh?
2.
Yeah, but now you got to wonder with another boat in the background.
Everybody's got 20 pounds now. We got.
You got to
4.
play defense.
Mm-hmm. With all of these accomplished anglers in this field, would you like to see, or what would you think about just maybe 2 of them going head-to-head? Just a one-on-one match. Does this sound like something that would interest you?
Just like a boxing match, like a bout type of match, like
something like that.
Same boat, different boats.
I think you put them in different boats.
Yeah, of course I'd
Billy
want to
and
watch
Ricky,
that.
15 pounds.
It's interesting.
4 for 15.
I wonder
even
Do they
cooler
have
yet is
that?
if they
Yeah.
could trash talk each other.
Oh, like you hear what they're saying
Yeah.
and
And then
what's
where's
going on in the
everybody
other
else
boat.
below them?
There's
2 teams with 4, but not big fish like that.
Oh, you know what would make
there's
that
2
even
other
better?
teams with like 8 pounders.
If they had like a Yo Mama type of opportunities. The better burn.
The better burn.
Like knock some weight off the other partner.
We could maybe, I mean, like, it could be like a scoreboard for the burn count.
Or like the fans, the fan can vote on the burn.
I mean,
as long as it's clean.
It doesn't sound like too crazy of a head-to-head idea. Something like that we could pull off.
Yeah, I would definitely watch that.
Huh?
Joe against Billy. Yeah. See? Duffy gets it.
Duffy he's with us today.
Now, I got to remember, but I think this is Millerheim right here.
Is this Millerheim?
Yep.
Fish.
No. So this is our first look at Mike Gable. I was going to say that tall gentleman driving that boat looked a lot like Mike Gable. He's a Bear fan though, Lance.
Go Bears.
Keep him down, keep him down, keep him down. Oh man, it's a good one.
I'm not going to hold that against him today.
No.
I mean,
Keep him down, keep him
I
down.
am.
as long as he keeps on
Oh
setting
my
the hook,
God.
we'll put up with a Bears fan.
Dude.
That is a good fish.
Woo! Awesome.
All right, Alex. You wanna? Yeah, you.
Yeah, I'm gonna retie here.
So this is the team of Alex and Mike.
What did I do with my rod? Oh.
Mike fished Southeast Smackdown, the original one in 2020. Came out of that event with a 6th place finish. Now, I'm supposed to...
So he's had a little taste of the head-to-head.
Yep. I'm supposed to tell you that Alex's closest friends call him the Clam.
They call him the Clam.
Yep.
Make sure he's not.
Well, Alex's friends, if you're listening, please enlighten us why we should call him the Clam.
311.
3 pounds, 11 ounces.
Be careful.
This is Alex's home lake, isn't it?
Good job. Woo! We needed that one.
Now, as we went to this team, did it look like they were strolling? That boat looked like it was moving forward as they were catching that fish. And that was something we saw a lot in 2020 on Dud Northwood's Ender.
Mm-hmm.
Which there's still room if anybody wants to sign up for that event.
That was
We
a
announced
great
the
event.
lakes for that one too.
We did, yep.
Boom, Pelican, and Matonga again, right?
A couple smaller, I guess I'd call them smaller lakes up north.
So, Andy, can camera operators hear us? See, they're in, again, a little calmer area. I wonder if they're in the harbor.
You think so? Could
Maybe
be.
not.
There's a couple bays that, I mean, Williams Bay, some of those bays that you guys talked about could really be playing this time of year. I'd be interested to see
Right.
exactly where they're setting up right now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely not in the harbor.
boat-to-boat action.
Yeah, so that had to be a competitor's boat, had the marshal in it. Somebody doesn't have a camera today. So we got our first look at this team here that's between Mike Gable and Alex Barr.
Ride that wave. Biggest fish, 125 pound tarpon.
Largy? It's about as far-fetched as Dylan.
Tarpon.
Oh, tarpon.
Tarpon fishing.
Dylan said he caught his fish in California.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. You said that one was what, 14 pounds?
Yeah, 14 pounds, 1 ounce.
Jeez.
That's a donk.
That's a donk.
That little thing popped off his.
Over to Worth and Driscoll.
Goes on the end.
Driscoll just sounds like a race car.
See it?
Oh.
Family.
For sure.
Man, that's something that's gonna fall off. You tell that's
We'll have to put a little silicone or something on
It's
it.
just
Gotta
way
drop
too
the
weak.
hammer.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We'll put a little silicone. You
Oh,
know,
no,
fill
you're
up
not.
silicone, just
No,
jam
you
it in there.
Yeah.
Man, it won't come off. I mean, those things just sit there in pounds going down the lake, you know, they just wear.
Dude, I'm not used to these southern accents and these bass events.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, hooked up.
See, I told you he was gonna drop the hammer, Matt.
It really just wants me to bring Travis Slam and Bass out and
You
have
really
him be a part of today's
should.
event.
The world's ready for that alter ego.
A little better one, huh?
The worst southern northern accent ever.
Southern northern accent.
What's America? There.
Good? Travis?
In the mouth.
In the mouth.
Or was it more like in the gullet?
In the gullet.
3-7. Okay.
Good?
Hold it up. I want to get a picture when you're done.
Okay. Here.
3 pounds and 7 ounces, Matt.
Goss working hard, getting us great shots.
Never gets old.
Got it? All right.
Travis, we might not see that
3-7,
picture on your
gotta send 'em
socials
in.
later on. Need to be
You on
focusing.
spot lock?
Yeah, I've been on spot.
All right. So he was, I said, let it sit there. I just lifted it up and he was there. So
Maybe I ought to go switch over.
it's, I don't know. I mean,
Well, hell, you had 3
It's
bites and I ain't had none on it. You know what I mean?
I know.
Ooh. Kevin's favorite music, R&B.
Oh.
His favorite food, a good bone-in ribeye. Also seafood, so I think they call that a surf and turf.
Hey.
Point Break.
Keep catching it.
There, I knew you would. I knew you would bring that
Yeah,
back.
he
You,
wasn't far
you
off.
tied that in at least one more time today.
It's not going away.
No. Point Break.
I wish I knew enough quotes. Dylan Williams help me. You know any quotes from Point Break?
I don't.
I haven't watched it enough in my life.
No, I've only seen it a couple times.
Get to work.
I feel like there should be a Brody in that movie. Is there a Brody? Is that his name?
I couldn't
Is that
even.
Keanu's
I couldn't even tell
name
you.
in
But
that movie, a Brody?
I mean, if
Brody.
Oh.
I wouldn't say
Turn it
that
off.
that's wrong.
You got to turn it off. It don't go off on its own.
It does, but I'll just turn it off just to turn it off.
Hunter
the same
asks,
one. I always
how
just
is
turn it
Daryl doing? Well, iHunter. Go to
nice
H2Hfishing.com. Check her on out. But it doesn't look like the team of Christensen and Helgeson has weighed a scoreable fish yet. Still a lot of time to fish today.
And that's unofficial as far as we know.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct. They have a marshal in the boat today.
That's all I care about.
That's all I care about. I don't really care about
Hey, Lance, Kevin's got a Triton.
Well, I don't.
He does.
No.
But that wasn't really nice walleye.
We will see Christensen and Helgensen fish tomorrow.
Yep.
So
Matt and
But we
Nick.
went down to the corner and got one down there. So
Really getting cloudy now.
Can't complain, right?
Exactly. That's the problem with fish. They swim.
and
Matt's
this is
nickname
more
is
of a
Matty B.
Matty B. It's more of a longer pause on his jerkbait presentation. It looks like.
Yep.
Giving those fish a lot of time to take a look and decide if they want to commit to it or not.
I think At Badger just gave us a quote.
Oh.
I think. Peace through superior firepower, roach.
There is a roach. Peace.
The tickle tail.
Through superior firepower.
That's what it's called.
2.8 tickle tail. See if we can catch a big one. No, the name of the bait. Yeah. 2.8 tickle tail. Galen. Fish. First cast with it. First cast with the tickle
here we
tail.
go.
Let's go, Nicholas. Oh, it's a good one too. The old tickle.
Uh-oh. He's going to get my line again.
2.8 Kalen's
That
tickle
is a
tail,
good
and a good one. A good one, Nicholas.
Hey, you got some more?
Let's
We're
go.
having some fun in the boat today, huh?
There you go.
Hey, every bass likes a good tickle once in a while.
Tickle me, baby.
Oh, that is a chunk right there.
On the Google eye.
Look
On
at
the
the
Google
stomach
eye
on that fish.
With
That's
the
a nice
tickle.
one.
That's a good one, baby.
Good job, Matt.
Look at the gut on that.
Oh my goodness.
First cast. Let's go. That'll get you fired up.
I wouldn't be
good one.
surprised if we see Kyle in the background fishing somewhere. You think he's out there? That's what he's doing. He's watching the way live. He's watching the quad boxes. He's watching the individual angler feeds. On
Rumor has it we're gonna Skype him in at some point this week.
Oh, really?
Not by choice, but that's just a rumor. I want to make Bionich my friend. Kalen's, Uncle Josh Pork, Beaver Dam Ice Fishing, Reef
That's
Runner,
gotta be a 4-pounder.
Amsoil. It's all our sponsors. TRS has a pretty decent selection at Acme, right?
Yeah, I mean both in ice fishing and soft water stuff as well.
Well, he was mentioning
of
that
plastics.
Google Eye jig. That's
Yeah.
something we. I knew Dylan was going to come for it. It is a boat. Let's get a weight on this fish. And then Lance, can you do that quote from Dylan Williams in your best Keanu? Now they're coming in.
Good try. Nice.
Do the short one real quick. 4:15.
Like 6 seconds. We're gonna be meat waffles. No, does that not work?
All right away or what?
I just like blacked out.
What is a meat waffle?
Say it again.
That's your turn now.
Where's Aaron? Aaron, give me a little of the micro or the headset so I can
1, 2,
practice.
3, 4, 5. Nope.
Yeah, we definitely need we definitely need Aaron in here.
Yeah, buddy.
6 seconds, and we're gonna be meat waffles.
All right, that was a little too long of a pause. Try it again, a little faster. Say it with your chest, Matt.
Dude, that's how Keanu talks.
That is. It takes him forever to get something out.
You want the ultimate? I lost it now.
I lost it.
You gotta be willing to pay the ultimate price. It's tragic to die doing what you love.
Real.
I did.
I can't believe you got us on. Ooh,
Violet! Oh, just
that
missed
was,
one.
That was a Violet hook set.
Please. I know.
Mark?
I don't even know he's on.
I'm crying.
Thought I was on grass and all of a sudden pulled back.
At least you're getting bites.
Gotta keep him on. I was thinking about picking something else up, but I guess not. They want it so
Pretty good one.
slow. You got one?
Yeah.
Oh, as he's catching a fish. Just pretty nonchalant there.
Mark's hooked up.
It's all right.
It's been there
I don't care
before.
about your line. Ready?
Yep.
Whoa.
Here we go.
Got him.
That'll go.
Another good one. Makes me want to go to Lake Geneva, Matt.
Johnny, Utah. Dylan's just crushing him now.
Of course I got that line.
Violet's about to put this one to the scale.
Zero.
Well, I mean, we crept up on them and then.
Be interesting to see after today how many guys caught.
All the bass fans out there. Ooh,
No way.
swing and a miss there.
Break off.
Kyle Carpenter says he has 45 pounds already, just so you know.
He is listening.
I was
All-
on
All the bass fans watching on on Fixed TV. We also have some episodes of NPFL, which is another bass trail that goes on. So Fixed TV, you can watch some of that content as well. They've got what
Good
else
break
is on
off.
there?
It was
At the bait.
Guide to Life episodes.
Guy to Life was on there.
Jake Jacobs, he's going to talk
it was up
about
the
some
line. I don't know. It was up the line a little bit. Maybe.
some current event topics, which is always nice
mean,
to
there's-
tune into once in a while.
So snaggy, you know.
Yeah.
There's
so
some other
hard
things
to
in the
hit
works.
6 feet of water
Nothing
over
quite official yet, but
railroad ties, basically.
10-pound test.
again, Fixed Launch is going to get you 25% off. Just go ahead and throw that code in the
Did you feel a bite or?
in the checkout.
No, there's no bite.
I got you.
I thought it was, but it wasn't.
So often this team is talking about how light the bites are.
Spongy bite is what Mitch
Yeah.
referred to it before.
So we've talked about this in other events, but I think importantly the bass events. When a bass will come up and open its mouth, that
Here, real
causes
quick,
slack in
'cause
your
I
line
wanna get back
because
to
it takes away the
easier
drag,
too.
right? I forget exactly what
It's
they
not gonna
call
go.
that. But, you know, so they open their mouth and a lot of times you don't feel the drag of your bait. And then the next thing you know, when the fish closes and eats it, that's when you start to feel the weight.
Okay. Yeah, quite often with some of those big smallmouth, you don't feel the bite. It's just down their throat.
Yep.
They see it, they eat it. You don't get that tick. You know, it's just weight there once you lift up.
Well, think about when you and I were fishing with Kyle last year when we were tossing the A-rigs. A lot of times we talked about how we didn't feel the bite. Sometimes they knock slack into it, but the other times it's just weight.
Yep.
So that's what they're doing. It's like they're almost drifting.
Finesse over there.
You know, like Ricky Bobby, they're slingshotting their way around it, but they're right behind that bait and they're just taking away the drag. And the next thing you know, they close and they pull it back.
It's the truth.
Whoever is at Badger, he's crushing it too. I'm gonna go home and watch Point Break now.
You're gonna have to.
Tonight. I'm watching it. We're having nothing but Point Break quotes tomorrow.
Yep.
I'll come in a Hawaiian shirt if you will. I got one.
I don't have one, but I'll track one down.
Fish? Yeah. Keep them up.
Again, that looked like one of those.
Developed from the latest technology, Blackfish technical apparel outperforms, so anglers have gear that they can trust in, no matter the conditions.
Quinn here from Sportamotive in Appleton. Boating season's just around the corner, and now is a great time to order your new Mercury outboard powered tracker or nitro fishing boat, Tahoe pleasure boat, or Regency or Sun Tracker pontoon. Visit Sportamotive today to get your summer adventures started now. Whether it's fishing for the big one or a family day on the lake. For over 35 years, we have offered the finest products you can buy, with a level of commitment to service beyond what you've come to expect. We're Sportamotive in Appleton, your authorized Mercury outboard and tracker boat dealer.
Pound plus I almost said walleyes, slap me in the face, fast as they can during this 5-hour event. And there's, you know, with the penalties and with certain things, this is, the entertainment and the education never goes away.
Yeah, and I mean, nothing is recorded. I mean, it's happening. What you're seeing is what's happening right now. So there's no secrets. There's no hiding behind anything. It's
well, and as we jumped away from Mitch, as he was kind of talking, if you're on the fixed platform, you could have stayed on that and listened to exactly what Mitch was saying. But this is a very accomplished angler in not only head-to-head events, but in most events out there. But his ability from 2019, finishing second in our second event of ever in head-to-head, then having a championship under his belt and fishing a number of head-to-head events. This guy is just extremely, oh, here we go. There's a tiptoe.
There you go.
Father-son team, Jason and David. Dude, that looks like
bottom of the boat.
It's not good. You're gonna have to give me a hand.
There we go. I mean, that fish committed.
This out of your way.
So how does that?
You don't pull on her.
Okay.
Two 8.
2-7.
2-7.
Okay.
2-7. Another great fish.
Yeah, yeah.
And it kind of looks like
record it.
The last couple anglers we've seen, they are moving a little tighter up against shore mat. So
there you go.
I guess it could have been that way from the beginning. We just didn't see it from the camera angle.
Rock and roll, baby.
We only made this camera a little heavier, you know.
Huh?
I think it's so heavy.
It is heavy. Cast your swim bait through this stuff.
Talking about throwing a swim bait.
Yeah, baby, we're rolling. Keep them coming, Jay.
We ain't rolling yet.
Well, one to start.
So Lance, as I'm going through head-to-head social media, there's quite a few people that are curious on how they can watch this week's event.
Okay.
So a really easy way is go to headtoheadfishing.com. You click on the watch tab. The watch tab is going to bring you over to Fix TV, correct? Now, a lot of people are asking, do I have to subscribe? No, 100%. You do not have to subscribe to watch the head-to-head event.
It's free.
It's free.
Yep, there's a free stream going on right now.
Yep. The difference is if you do subscribe, it's $5.99 for the month unless you use Fix Launch, then you get 25% off that $5.99.
Yep.
So you get $5.99, you get the Fix platform for the month, or minus the 25% discount. You get the live stream chat, which Lance and I are monitoring right now, and any other commentators that come in this week will be paying attention to that. I think Brian Keller is going to be joining us at some point today, and then throughout the rest of the week. But you get that. You get it ad-free, so there's no commercials. So on the free platform, there's commercials, right?
Yep.
So what do we talk about? Live chat, ad-free. You get access to all the cameras.
Access to all the cameras.
All the cameras. So that's the individual team cameras, and you also get the quad box cameras. Plus, you get this camera angle right here with the live chat.
Correct.
So that's the difference. So I'm going through, and hopefully I'm answering some of the questions and messages that are coming through. And you also get access to all the other fixed platform shows.
Which isn't, I mean, if you get an account and you like to watch this kind of stuff with family, like there's other different shows, categories that you can tune into. It's not just fishing. There will be outdoor content on there for sure, but this platform could have, things from home and garden to current events to other sporting events that,
Well, that's a really good point. I mean, if there's anybody that is let's say a YouTuber or a big TikToker or something like that, and you're looking for another avenue to put your material out there, or you have a good strong social presence, Fix may be interested in working with you.
Oh, 100%.
If you want one more thing, like YouTube, if you're crushing it on YouTube, but you want another avenue to go down, you can contact Fix, and they may be interested in putting your stuff on there. I mean, that platform is not going to be outdoor only.
No.
We're looking, I think, there's Fix Tech that's coming through at some point.
Yep, Tech Fix, yep.
Then there's, like you said, there's the political stuff, there's cooking and gardening and blah, blah, blah. There's no end. If you're a racer or a remote control car, a gamer, all that kind of stuff, there's potential for your stuff to go on that platform.
Yeah, and you have a lot more say on how the whole process is going to work, your content, what you can put out there. You don't have to kind of adhere to some of those larger platforms that can kind of, sway with whatever way the wind's going. You get a little bit more control over your own content and how to, go ahead and make sure that your fans and your viewers.
And is the Real Shot having an option with a discount again?
I don't know if we solidified any of that yet.
Okay. So there's all kinds of cool stuff. So again, reach out to that. But Bob Klaus has a question. He says, Matt, do you know if there are still open spots for Bagel Walleye event? I think there's one.
I thought there was one for sure.
I think there's one. There may be two, and I might get some clarification on that.
But if you are wondering, you can go to the Head-to-Head website, right? And then
Bob, you gonna fish it? You should.
Head on over to the
No,
schedule
I think I'm
page.
hitting some rocks, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Yeah. Absolutely. I feel like that one.
So, yep, looks like we do have another spot for Winnebago. That's June 6th through 10th.
What's the name of that one again? Bago Beatdown?
I believe so, yep.
Yep.
So the Bago Beatdown. Duh. Fine, I'll do it.
Is it a do? Yep, sure is. That's
So
right.
you can sign up to fish
There's
that
so
one.
many Bago events in 2020. It's like hard to keep track of them all.
And
They were all like the best walleye events ever.
And there's more bass events to sign up and fish. Dead North Woods Ender, Bago Bash, Bass Mayhem. So if you or anybody you know might want to be on TV and show us what you got on the quad box or on the individual channels or on the live stream on Fixed TV, sign up and fish.
You know what would probably sell that a lot better is if you did it in your Keanu voice.
It would take too long, Matt. We don't have that kind of time today.
Hey, we got 5 hours, bro.
Yeah,
I was just staying on
5
a
hours,
break.
bro.
Looking at Ken Zahn,
12 foot.
Jim.
And another thing too is you talked about the app.
I don't mean to get rid of that.
A little bit.
So the Fixed TV app, it's coming a little bit. Well, it should be here soon, I believe. I mean, I know that's being developed right now, but that'll give you the option to download it to your phone and stream it on your favorite devices, like a Roku or something like that, which I know a lot of people have these days. So, and that has probably been one of the bigger pain points for a lot of people with head-to-head. You know, once we kind of started moving away from the social media platforms, going live on there, kind of doing some of the more concentrated feeds. So the app is going to help you stream that to like your big TV in your living room or wherever you like to watch.
Well, plus I think that's going to be like, what are the Apple platforms and the Roku and
Yep.
the,
100%.
I don't know, the Android and iPhone and
Yep.
Just sign up.
Just sign up.
Just do it.
And I mean, to be honest, it helps support stuff like this. It helps support more fishing content. It helps support the industry in a whole and moving forward with different ideas and kind of growing the sport. So, I mean, there's that side of it too. Getting more exposure to local anglers and things like that.
Great point. Like Bob Klaus, who's fishing the Bago event, he said he just was about to sign up. He said his schedule was really, really busy, but he was going to find some time, right, Bob? If I read that correctly.
You know, it'd be a really cool. Like you could probably even sign up somebody as like a gift. Like you could gift them a sign up.
That'd be awesome.
Well, wouldn't it? Like, I mean, I'm sure. Like, there's people all the time that email like about, hey, I'm looking to get a gift for somebody or whatever. I think that'd be a cool gift.
I thought you meant like surprise, you're fishing ahead.
Oh, no, if you have an angler that, might want to fish one of these or talked about fishing one of them, just go ahead, pull the trigger for them. Say, hey, you know what, you're fishing it. You're going to be on TV. We're going to watch you.
Yeah, and if you're signing them up, you might as well sign up Lance and I up too, because
wouldn't that be something? If we could get an angel investor to get us on there,
there would be nobody watching that camera.
If we can get an angel investor to sign Matt and I up, we'll talk in Keanu accents the entire day.
Yeah. Yep, we would. God, that would be the worst event ever.
It really would be.
Really?
Do you want to try over there? Or should we try it over here? Whoa.
Dude, that's another 2 minutes, bro. So anyways, back to Southeast Smackdown Part 2. I mean, man, the fish catching is kind of slowed down a little bit, but again, I'm on H2HFishing.com and I'm following along, and there's some big weights. We've got one angler closing in at that 20-pound mark already. One team, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So far out of 16 teams, there's 3 teams that have not yet caught a scoreable. But I mean, I'm looking at the average weights here for some of these fish, and I mean, we're close to a 3-pound average. There's only 4 fish that are under 3 pounds that have been weighed today.
On an inland lake, I mean, I'd take that.
Yeah. But they're all 213, 211. I mean, the smallest one that's been weighed in today is a 2.7. And the cool thing about it is, I mean, we're getting to see a lot of different techniques for the most part. Even though it's a finesse style bite, cold water, cold air temps.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're all offshore fishing smallies. You know, we got like these 2 guys throwing jerk baits. The jerk bait style of fishing for me is one that I really enjoy, right? But it's the presentation, it's the cadence that triggers the bite. You gotta sweep under slack line.
Yeah, and that can be one of the most frustrating bites. If you're with somebody that's dialed in, they have the right cadence. If you can't copy that, there'll be some days where just that right pause is all it takes to get that fish to bite. And if you're not doing it that way, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
You know, you're not getting bit. So that's one of the cool things about that kind of a bite.
The other thing too about throwing a jerkbait is
Oh, hey guys. Thanks for supporting the Jake Jacobs Show. And by the way, if you want to see the full episodes, go to jakejacobshow.com. That's jakejacobshow.com.
The Real Shot. Sounds like we've got what you need.
I could probably think about it.
Oh,
I don't have an answer for you right now.
Makes sense.
But a 14.1 pound bass.
I've heard about it.
Heard about it.
Never seen it.
Haven't seen it.
Absolutely can't believe this.
And again, if you're on Way Live and you see some of those angler names not on screen today, they will be with cameras tomorrow.
Correct.
So you can kind of get a glimpse at their tactics and what they're doing. And I don't think we're going to see a lot of, these teams letting off the gas. I think if they find them, they're going to keep on stacking up that weight. And why not?